So this is me setting up your scene. I have nothing on monitor.
Yeah.
I have no audio filters. I'm listening to myself come back at me, and then I'm hearing you guys double.
Okay. Maybe I need
somebody has an input going in.
I have an idea.
To their Discord.
Here, I'm muting my microphone. Now tell me if that's going to be better. If that did it?
Okay, I can. Yeah,
Is
can
that
you
better?
hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
It's gone.
Okay, yep. So I had my microphone.
Nope, never mind. It's not gone. No? It's just delayed. I'm still hearing myself come back at me, but I'm not hearing you again.
Okay. Well, you mean like you're getting feedback from yourself a second time?
So when I say this,
yep,
it takes about 1 second to 2 seconds, and then I hear exactly what I just said come back at me.
That's fine. That's my Discord happening. So that's fine. That's my Discord coming through the feed. The reason you were getting double audio is because you were getting my Discord audio and my microphone audio. So I just needed to mute my microphone, and that's going to be fine. So Revna, you need to do the same thing.
So I need to mute my microphone and not my Discord?
Exactly.
But my Discord doesn't play my voice through it, does it?
But, well,
so how
John,
is that
you're going to
work?
have to do... That's true. You're going to have to...
So wouldn't that be John technically needing to stream all of the voice activity?
Maybe. Yeah, so maybe it's just going to sound weird from your end, John, but how does it work with the recording? Like, not in your ears, but with the recording itself?
Everybody just kind of talk and chat and shit.
Okay. I'm talking and chatting, but hopefully not shitting on chat.
I'm also talking and not shitting on chat, because I can't do that. So...
Can't shit on chat?
I'm afraid that unmuting my micro... Or I'm afraid that muting my micro... Okay, sorry, go ahead.
I don't even know why I bothered to do that, to be totally honest with you, because as you can see in my screen, I have no audio sources set up. There's not taking any audio. Hold on.
Okay.
It's all good. No rush.
Yeah, I think I need to stream my microphone. It's going to sound weird to you, because you're going to get my microphone and my Discord audio. But since I'm not streaming my own voice...
Wouldn't we theoretically just be able to stream? Because when we... Oh, go ahead. Finish.
Since I'm not streaming my own voice through Discord, like you had mentioned, the mic is going to send my voice, and then Discord is going to send both of y'all's, and it'll send them together. So it may sound weird to John, but it should come through in the end correct.
Yeah, because that's basically what we did when we did this before, isn't it, Com?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, where basically I streamed, and then you just switched over the sources 100%.
Yeah.
So it was what I was sending and receiving in the feed, and then what you were sending and receiving in the feed. Now, I don't exactly remember how you got the chat heads to work with that, but...
You just put them on each scene. That would work.
Yeah, we're not in a huge rush, so it's whatever.
I have nothing. I still have no audio sources, and I couldn't hear or understand what you guys were saying, and now I lost you all again in the soup. Hold on.
Don't
I can't hear anything. Hold on.
Sauce, come on.
All right, hold on. I had to reset Discord or something because it was just caught in like an endless loop. Where it was like echoing what we were echoing, or what you were echoing said at the beginning of the conversation.
Gotta put up some sound panels for that. I guess I should post on Twitter, because that's a thing that people do.
Okay. I think that the only way that I can see this working is if I'm not in Discord. because it's already now echoing back to me what I said at the beginning of the conversation when I rejoined Discord.
It like in the recording it is, or just in your ears it is?
Just in my ears, it's
Okay.
already getting to the point where I can't even understand what people are saying because there's now like 8 voices talking.
Okay, that might be the case. Well, I'm trying to make sure that what goes out to the viewers, right? That might mean double audio for you, which could be a little weird. But as long as you're only streaming what's coming from our output, then it should sound right to the people at the end. The recording is what needs to sound right.
I did the tweeting and the twatting.
The twatting.
Yes.
I liked your twatting.
You love my twatting?
Twatting, yes.
Twatting and the thoughting.
You're having too much fun with this.
I really am. I have to get it out now because I have to be PG here in a few moments.
John, how's it going?
Give me a second. I'm still setting up the sources for your guys' streams.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, hoping Comcast holds out well for us tonight. I'm going to expect the normal hiccup here in about 40 or 54 minutes.
From Comcast?
Mm-hmm.
Fun.
It almost always happens about an hour from now.
Yeah, Comcast, like I had the choice between Xfinity, which I think is Comcast, and Ziply, and I am absolutely not going with Comcast.
I don't know what Ziply is, but I'm sure I would trust it a hell of a lot more.
It's the internet that I'm on right now, and it's been
Yeah, your
really
internet's
reliable.
actually hella consistent. I think
Yeah.
the first bit of downtime I actually had from you was what, 2-3 nights ago? And even
that was-
then, it was like
That was scheduled.
exactly as scheduled. You said it could be
Yep.
an hour, and it was like 5 minutes.
Yeah, I was able to get back into the same game.
It was wild. So whatever you're using now,
Ziply. Yep, gonna stay with it.
yeah.
We're doing the gigabit internet, so zoom,
Fortunately,
zoom.
you're in a town. You're moving into a townhome, so like that shouldn't have the issue I had for 1 year when I was in an apartment complex and just had old ass wiring
Yeah.
that always shorted out and overloaded.
Well, hopefully that doesn't happen.
I hope that doesn't happen in a townhouse. That seems like an easy enough fix. That was like my second year of college, I think. Yeah, I was sharing. That was the year I shared over the summer a um, 2-bedroom apartment with 6 people. God, college.
That's that's a lot.
Yeah, it sure was. Let me tell you, rent was really cheap.
I bet.
I had like this pallet I slept in the living room on with another person. Yeah, good fun.
On a pallet with another cheese.
Yeah, it was so like I had this we both had like these rollout like it was basically just a, a like a futon pad essentially or like a cushion that we just kind of rolled up every day so we had the living room back, but every night we just kind of unrolled our beds and slept there in the living room and then, 2 people shared the other bedrooms. It was pretty wild.
Yeah, whatever works.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, super cheap. It was God, probably 450 a month, maybe 500 a month at that time. So, oh, Megan, we just lost fucking internet. Great.
You're still here. I can. Well, I mean, I can hear you.
Um,
Uh,
Weird.
oh, there you go. You both just disconnected.
Yeah, so like my Discord wasn't. It was just a hang up, I think. Yeah. Hopefully my stream is still going. Let's see.
I still hear you.
Yeah. Let's see. I think it hung up for a moment. Yeah, I was sending Calm a message and it grayed out. So
All right, so browser sources are not going to work. Let's try
What's wrong with browsers?
window capture. I don't know. There's some issue where it will not let me use YouTube controls and have them show on the capture. So I'm just going to do a window capture instead.
Okay.
Make sure my stream's still going anyway. Let me see. Make sure it didn't drop when I lost internet. Oh, fun.
Hmm?
I think it died? Maybe? Let's see.
I see you.
No, my stream.
Oh.
No, I think it's live. Okay, it is. Let's just hope that doesn't happen again.
I just realized I've had my game sound off for a while. I hope that doesn't impact anything, but it might.
Oh.
Well, it just
Guess I
came
should
back
turn on my
on.
BGM.
Okay.
Shouldn't I?
Yeah.
Oh, I hate the BGM. Can we get some, like, royalty-free music eventually?
Wait, the background music of Rival Wings is so good. What?
Yeah, but we're only gonna be in that tonight. I mean, in the front lines. Shit gets so repetitive.
Yeah, I know. Ooh, I just remembered.
You remembered what?
There is a monitor at Costco that looked pretty good. It's under $200,
Nice.
and it might be worth looking into. It is an
1440?
NVIDIA.
Or 1080.
Oh, I don't know. Let's see. It says, I guess it's 1920 by 1080 resolution, so I guess
1080.
it's 1080. Okay, so maybe not quite up to what I want.
Yeah. I feel like 1440 is where most people are moving right now.
Okay. Damn, that's too bad, because everything else is like...
I mean, a lot of people, you still stream in 1920 by 1080, so I mean, it's not going to be a big deal for you.
Oh, I mean, if I'm buying a new monitor, I want to go all out. Not all out, but you know, I want everything.
Yeah. I mean, what is your graphics card again?
It's a 3060 Ti.
I don't know if that one's...
Let me see. I think it can. It should be able to.
It's pretty much right on the cusp of what I would think 1440 would do.
The 3060 can play most AAA games on Ultra 1440p and still get 120 frames per second.
Yeah, I think you'd be fine in XIV, as long as you're not playing anything insane. Like, if you started doing, like, Cyberpunk, it probably wouldn't be able to handle, you know, streaming Cyberpunk and 2K, but...
I don't know how to do this because I can't isolate the sound from one stream as a source and then the other. I don't know what I'm doing wrong here.
Oh, you know what I did? Actually, do you have Firefox downloaded?
I think what I did. Go ahead.
I think what I did is I had I had Chrome for one of the windows, and then I had Firefox for the other, and that's how I isolated them, was by application. I had Chrome in one, and I had Firefox in the other, and that's how I was able to separate the audios as well.
All right.
Oh, interesting.
I forgot about that part. Yeah.
That's really smart, actually.
It's really stupid that it has to be like that, but, you know.
Yeah.
Chrome is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I get the monitor and I'm okay. Because if I try and if I want to max out the like 144 frames per second,
Yeah,
on
you would
Ultra, then
definitely 1080 in that case. And the nice thing is then your graphics card, like right now, one of the downsides is I play in 1440, but obviously streaming in 1440 isn't really going to work. So I have to, actually get it to re-encode as 1080.
Okay, so maybe I get this $200 monitor, because let's see, what are the other specs that it
Because
had?
like, what, worst come to worst, you would use it as a secondary monitor.
Yeah.
Like that's what I use, because like I have my old 1080, an old 1080 I picked up, God, probably 6 or probably 8 years ago. I use as my secondary monitor. So what, worst come to worst, when you upgrade in 3-4 years, you pick up a 1440 monitor and you demote that 200 monitor to a secondary monitor. Like,
Yeah, I could do that.
that's
So it's a 27-inch 1080, 165 refresh rate. That's higher than I've ever had. 1 millisecond response time. That's good. It's an MSI computer, so that's a
nice.
good company.
Yeah.
NVIDIA G-Sync compatible. I have an NVIDIA card. Display port cable include, like, for $200. That seems absolutely
Pretty
worth
reasonable.
doing. Until I get a job and I can afford, a new graphics card to fit my new monitor.
Yeah, for sure.
That I'll
then
drop
you would
like.
upgrade overall, but like I said, then
Right.
because you wouldn't. There's just no reason to run like dual, 2 4K monitors. My side 1080 monitor is just for like managing chat streams and watching Discord conversations. I don't need that to be anything nice, nor would I actually want it to be anything nice. Little. See if I can take a picture of my setup. Oh yeah, but not actually, not really.
All right, guys, I think we got it.
We're good?
Yeah.
All right.
It sounds like hell to me, but the video recording was only picking up one stream and one audio at a time.
Sounds like hell to you?
Perfect.
Yeah, it endlessly loops whatever anybody says for me for something.
Oh, but on the stream side, it looks good.
At least when I did a video recording. I want to do another, though, with
Sure.
a couple more switches. So just keep carrying on like you guys are.
Sure.
Okay. So if you're on mine, then I'm going to start doing things and saying when they happen. Maybe we'll see how timing goes. So I'm going to stun this thing. I'm going to stun this thing, and I'm going to hit Bunshin. I'm going to try and throw a shuriken. There we go. Throw another shuriken. Hop it behind and like stab this thing in the back, and then throw a Hyosho. And throw another shuriken, and then let me know when you want to switch to Revna's stream.
Switch to Revna.
Okay.
Okay, so here we are. We're blowing things up. We're hitting them, watching mechs explode left and right. This is like a Michael Bay video right here. Please hire me
Michael
for your
Bay
next
video.
film. I'll be cheaper than those special effects you use, I promise. Another mech down.
Okay, let me take a look at it.
Okay.
I'm gonna actually use that now. Oh, their name is Miko Tay. I see. Yes.
Pet girl, what?
Hopeless.
What?
Still gotta work on getting the troll set up.
We got
What's
it.
up?
We got
We're
it?
Good?
Yeah, so I'm gonna refresh both your streams so that they're in sync, because on YouTube you can pause and start, and I accidentally paused somebody, so it caused a weird delay.
You
So
can click
there
live,
might
right?
You guys are live, yeah.
Okay.
But we're not live right now on Twitch channel.
Oh no, I mean you can click the live little icon thing and it should make it go live, right? Does that do the refresh?
Yeah, so just because I had you guys out of sync on your streams. But anyway, we are good to go. Just
I'm gonna go run and take a quick pee, and then let's do this shit.
Okay.
let me know when you want to start the stream proper. When we go to the... I'll let you know when we're on the starting soon screen with the music. No microphone audio will be going through. It's because there's no audio sources for that except for the music track. And then we'll switch over and...
If you want to go ahead and go
Live.
live on like the starting soon screen,
Okay.
and then we'll just switch when it's that time.
Oh, I just came up with a giga brain move.
Oh.
I'm gonna listen to you guys on
Right.
separate headphones.
Okay.
There we go. That'll make things so much easier to hear, like when you want to switch. Okay, yeah.
And make sure. All right, add-ons are turned off.
Good.
I did a try on and got the ugly granny panties, so we're all set. And the fake sandals that I don't know why Square said, hey, when someone has nothing on their feet, let's make them wear these shitty looking sandals. That's probably what they want to see. Can't showcase feet.
All right, so we are still going to end probably at 8. We'll just make it an hour and a half.
We're just
stream
gonna
since
do
I think
straight
that's
rival
fine.
wings, and we're just when we go in, I guess we'll just kind of talk about the fact that, hey, this is kind of a test stream, figuring out what people want to see, what we want to do, and how we're gonna work this.
Yeah, so we'll ask for feedback as we're going to ideas
Yeah.
and such. And, yeah.
Okay. Who are we starting with? Calm or Revna? when we come
Start
out
off
of
with
the starting
Calm.
soon?
We can switch to me later. Calm's going to be more knowledgeable about the mode, and he's mostly it's going to be a little bit more. Oh, Calm, send me those questions if you can. A little bit more interview
okay.
style.
It's just like bullet points, but I can send you what I have.
It's good, but
For that,
for
at
me,
least.
yeah.
Okay. What are you going in as first? Also, I don't think we're going to get to all of these, so probably let's put Monk at the bottom and White Mage at the bottom. Even though those are two of mine. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I think overlapping a couple would be okay. All right.
Let me know when you're ready to switch over to Calm.
Yeah, for sure. I think we're.
Can you tell Megan to back up? Like,
Hey, Megan, can you move your character some?
it's like back up. There you go. Perfect.
Thanks.
All right. I'm ready.
Yeah.
Tell me when.
Okay. In 3, 2, 1. Live.
Hello, welcome everybody. I am Calm, and joining me is the beautiful Revna Hellstrom. Revna, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing well, Calm. Thanks for having me here tonight. I'm
Yeah.
excited here to be here tonight while we explore this new segment.
Yeah, me too. And then also behind the scenes, we've got John. John is running the camera work and hosting and making sure all the technical stuff is working. John, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. Your audio source isn't coming through though.
And
just a
now we
second.
have the reason why our stream is delayed right now. We are currently trying to set up something a little different. We want to be able to set up multiple perspectives.
Let me let me refresh the cache so Calm can do a proper intro here.
Gotta love
There we go. Oh yeah, we should be in a party. Are you
Yeah,
gonna
we
queue for us?
should. I can queue us in, sure.
Okay.
I think I can handle that much.
I think so.
So do we need a like full re-intro or what are we doing?
I don't know. Is my voice like not coming through at all? Chat, can you hear me?
We're good now. Go ahead and do your intro.
Oh, intro. Hi. We're doing Rival Wings things. And so we're trying to figure out some of the technical things. This is a kind of a test stream. So this is going to be when we started the Twitch channel, we wanted to have 2 events that we do every week. And this is going to be the start of the second one. On top of the Thursday Crystal Conflict Customs that John's been running for over a month now and have been incredibly successful, this is going to be our second event. It's going to be me and Revna, at the very least, every Monday, going through the different PvP modes. More of like an introduction with some intermediate strategies and some advanced things as well. Basically whatever you ask us for, more or less, within the, like today we're going to do Rival Wings. Anything within Rival Wings that, chat can kind of direct what we do, what jobs we play, what some of our strategies are. We just want to show off the mode as best as we can to get more people into it.
Yeah, and to add on to that, Crystal Conflict, it's a wonderful mode, but there's just so many other ways to play XIV PvP. And there's a big difference between them, despite using that same kit that you get. Maps are different, just how you approach things. I mean, when you're running in head first to a huge alliance in front lines, the way you approach that's just completely different. So having that chance to showcase each week, just kind of the different styles of play is great, especially because right now you don't get Mogul tomestones from Crystal Conflict.
Yep, and that's one of the biggest reasons to play this, is because you have a 50-50 shot of winning at this mode. So you get 5 tomestones for winning, 3 for losing, and then in in Frontlines you get a 33% chance to win. So this is percentage-wise the better way to get tomestones, and that's why Rival Wings is popping for like somewhere between 18 to 20 hours a day over here on Primal, where we're at. And so we're going to show that off today.
Yeah.
So, Revna, if you're ready, you can go ahead and queue us up, and we'll just get into a game and kind of explain what's going on as we get into the game.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, anyone watching us, you're welcome to join in. As far as how we're running the stream today, we're going to be switching between our 2 perspectives live on stream. That's kind of what's a little bit of the technical challenge we're having. But I think we have that worked out. I really hope we can showcase multiple points of view. So yeah, we're gonna get queued and we'll just run with it. So Calm, going into this, I've just semi-recently started playing a lot more Rival Wings. So I'm gonna lean on you and some of the information we've been provided by the staff at Revival for what's going on in this mode. Can you tell us, myself and others who are watching, some of the basics?
Yeah, Revna leans a lot on me when we do group PvP. So some of the basics of...
Please.
Okay. Alright, so some of the basics of Rival Wings, basically it's a MOBA within an MMO. It's really a lot of fun. There is a core on each side, and you want to blow up the enemy's core. If you do that, you win. If at the end of time nobody's blown up the core, then the team that has done a higher percentage of damage, that team ends up winning. And so you'll see on the map there's going to be 2 towers that each team has, one to their north and one to their south. And so you have to go through at least one of those first. When you get one tower down, that makes the core take 50% reduced damage, and then when you get both towers down, the core takes full damage. When both towers are up, the core is immune.
So no
So
just
you wanna
base rushing out of the gate.
Right, exactly. You've got to take down at least one tower, and then you've got to get to the core after that. The way that the cores are taken down is primarily, almost exclusively, through the use of mechs. The mechs, the robots that run around, are incredibly powerful, and basically the winning team is the team that uses them better. Occasionally, the team that team fights better can make it happen, but for the most part, the team who is better with the mechs ends up winning the game. There's 3 of them, and I'll show them off over time. One of them is really good for taking out buildings, but not good at taking out players. One of them is really good for taking out players, but not at taking out structures. And then the third one just wrecks everything, and it's my favorite thing in this entire video game. And I'll show that. I really hope I get to show that off at some point. I should. I'll be surprised if I don't.
I mean, I'm excited to see it. So I'm someone who's familiar with MOBAs, and I heard you describe it as such. So with that terminology, there's going to be creep waves that you're using and pushing with. How exactly do those work?
Yeah, so the creep waves are called mammoths. Give me 1 second. Okay, there we go. John, tell me if that's going to sound better. I'll keep adjusting. So yeah, you're going to see the little mammoths. If you've been around Revival for more than like 5 minutes, you've probably seen a mammoth emote. We have a ton of them, and those mammoths are basically the little minions that run at each other and like push lanes just a little bit. If they get to a tower, they'll do a little bit of damage to it. If you're nearby and you do damage to a mammoth, I'm not exactly sure what like the percentage or math or how it works. But the mammoths, if you kill them, will give you ceruleum. And I mentioned the mechs. Every one of the mechs takes 50 ceruleum. That's the CE number right here on my screen, right? That CE, or ceruleum, needs to get to 50. All 3 of the mechs cost 50 ceruleum apiece. And there's different ways to get those. And there's a lot of information that we're throwing out at the same time. How did we get Tlu in our group? How did we manage that? Oh, that's awesome. Okay. So, first thing we're going to talk about before we talk about anything else is this middle platform. If you look at my map, which I'm going to make bigger than normal, actually, I'm going to put that maybe I'll just put it over here.
Why don't you make it take up half?
Oh, there, I'll do like that. I'll just make it real. No, how am I going to do it? Make it a little smaller. Alright, I'll just do like this. We'll just make it normal size. That's going to be easier. Anyways, so we're going to the middle platform first. You're going to see right here, main ceruleum tank. So there's there's 3 things at the start that this can be. This main ceruleum tank, whoever wins it, is all 6 alliances are going to get 50 CE. So basically all 6 alliances are immediately going to be able to mech up if that happens. Now, you might think 24v24, you want to go in slow. Nope, absolutely not. I'm going straight in. The team that gets the better pull is generally the team that's going to win this. And we're doing big damage. That's already a kill. Let's go. Ah! All right, I might be dead. I'm recuperating. I'm running. It's a prank. I'm running. We're fine. Okay. Seemed like a good start. Got a lot of damage off at least. Okay, I'm gonna go back in. Kind of. We're gonna kill this white mage. Hit this white mage. And watch my LB. It's already active.
Yeah, I noticed my LB generation is very different in this mode.
Yes, absolutely.
What is going on?
So you get more LB as you get kills. Like as you land killing blows and as your team lands killing blows. I'm gonna live. I have no mana left. I'm okay. Ah! Okay. As you land kills, your limit break goes up. So I just used my limit break and it's basically already back.
Interesting.
It's wild. Alright, so now you can hear the train coming. You can hear the train sound. And so what happens is I'm going to go dive into this team because they're all clumped, and I have an LB available, and I'm going to use my LB and do a bunch of damage and hopefully get some kills. Yep, there it is. Okay. Alright, so now, you see up here there's the 4 little people marks. There we go. The more you have here, the faster this goes up. Once this gets to 100, that team gets whatever this is. So unless they just come through and absolutely stomp us here in a second, we're going to all get 100 schooling here. Actually not. Okay.
I also see
So-
right now I'm getting
Go ahead.
stacks of what's called soaring.
Yes.
Tell
You
me a
wanna-
little bit about that, or do you want me to? I actually do know.
Go for it.
Yeah,
Go for
so
it.
soaring
You got that one.
is, for those of us who are frontliners, going to be somewhat similar to the concept of Battle High. And it's going to improve your damage and your efficacy as you're playing through. However, it works a little differently than frontlines does. So here, on your death, you're actually not going to lose any efficacy like your Battle High. You're going to keep your soaring even through death. And Calm, if I'm correct, it also maintains your soaring, even if you switch jobs in this one, correct?
Exactly. There's nothing that's going to make you lose soaring once you get it. So soaring is basically the Rivaling's equivalent of Battle High, except it doesn't go away. All right, so we talked about mechs. I'm in the first of them. I have 3 options. First is Steam Release, which I'm about to use. Never mind, the Dark Knight just jumped. I'll use Steam Release. What that does is it does a little bit of damage to enemies that are around me and knocks them away. The number 2 is the bread and butter of this job, though. There's the Steam Release. I'm going to hit this dancer. They just took 8,500. That's actually not a bad amount of damage. This number 2, you can see where my cursor is. That's a missile. I'm going to launch it at this little tower. This is one of the towers that I talked about. And that's going to do a lot of damage to the tower. I'm trying to get away from the enemies and such. While this is cool, it's got a 15-second recast. And now it's right about active again, so I'm going to go launch another missile. Let's see, this is Tower 2, so you can see this bottom blue health bar right up here. As soon as that missile hits, that's going to go down a little bit. There it goes, big chunk. So the oppressor is used for taking out structures, which is exactly what I'm doing. I am taking out structures. And I've got a lot of support right now, but I am... Let's see, we're under a little bit of pressure, so I'm trying to back up some. I'll go back in. I'd rather get the damage on the tower. I'm not afraid of dying so much. I want to make sure that I get the most out of this oppressor that I can. So I've actually gotten all 4 shots off. This is my mana, basically down here in the bottom right, where my mana bar is. Here we go, tower's down. Every one of these abilities costs a certain amount of mana to use, basically. And when I'm out, but I can use the cerulean refill. It costs me 25 to get half of my bar back. So it's a way to basically refill your CE without... Oh, I'm going to be very dead very quickly. I'm not even going to do it. I'm just a bait. This is a bait.
You're a bait, huh? So can you... So I see you're taking a lot of damage here. Yeah. It looks like you actually your character died with the mech when you crashed.
Yes. When you die in a mech, you die for real.
So you weren't able to safely eject from your mech.
I could have, yeah. And if you eject from the mech, you can turn back into a player. And I think the amount of health that you come out with is, I want to say it's percentage based. So if I'm at like 10% health, I'll come out with 10% of my Dark Knight's health. So yeah, when you pop out, you're probably going to be really low. Be sure to mention the missiles limitations. Should mention this mech is for towers, not for players. It is worth mentioning again. Yeah, this is not good for killing players. The Steam Release is just enough to give you a little bit of self-peel, but it's basically useless. Yeah, this mech exists
or
for
shunting
the
people
missile.
off a ledge.
If you can aim it with the server ticks, then yeah, by all means, am I going to get out of that? Oh, I didn't. Okay, that's unfortunate.
And we're currently mid, taking the next train depot.
Speaking of train depots, see these lights? If I'm standing on the tracks, let's see if someone gets hit here. Is someone gonna die? Who's on the tracks? Someone gonna get trained. See that ninja? The ninja got trained. You just die. So, sometimes you just push into a lane that has a lot of people and a brute justice. This is the mech that does like everything to everything. I'll grab a cruise chaser next, because cruise chasers are good at taking out other mechs too, so I'm gonna do that. Let's do that. Cruise chaser it is. Alright, this is the second mech. This is the one that's good at killing players and other mechs and doesn't do really anything to towers. So the Spin Crusher is a melee spin attack. It does a lot of damage and has a really low recast, 3 seconds, so it's really good if I can get close to this thing back here. I'm stuck on the... I just got stuck on the... That sucks. All right, next one is a frontal cone. You can see there's gonna be a lot of stuff taking damage there. Look at how much damage that just took. And now I'm gonna go try and go right up to this thing. Spin attack, 19%. Watch, the spin attack does 10% almost. I almost took that thing down by myself, and now it is down. So that's a worthwhile death. Those brute justices do a ton. So yeah, there was the laser sword. That was the frontal cone thing that I did that did a lot of damage to players. There was the spin attack that I did, and then the one I didn't show is a ranged beam. Here, I'll show that one now. I need CE. Okay. So
You say you need CE.
right?
What are some of the ways to gain CE?
Yes. Well, let's go look at one of those right now. So, a couple ways to get CE. The ceruleum is either by getting these tanks, like I'm looking at right now. If you click that, that gives you 10. And this is shared by your alliance. So I just got 10, and somebody else just picked some up, and now I have 50, so I can go back and get that, but I'm going to pick this up here because it's there. When you kill mammoths, the little mammoths that run into the lanes, you'll get some. And like the main ceruleum tank that's in the middle is going to give everyone 50. And as I see more of those, I'll call out more of those too. What they... Let's see, I want to go... We'll take a cruise chaser again. And I'm going to go support our... It's in really north because we got a mercenary, which I'll get to eventually. DJ Potato, yeah, absolutely feel free to queue up with us. This is like, this is completely open event. Do what you want. By all means, join us. We want you to join us. The whole point of this is to get more people to join us. I'm going to do a frontal cone and try and kill this bard. This bard should absolutely be dead. Oh my god! Okay, he's dead. Alright, so now I'm going to do the third thing, which is a ranged attack. That's the little circle thing there. Watch. See that blue circle right there? Anything that's in that when it lands is going to take damage. And then I'm going to go over here and do a frontal cone on these. Maybe I do enough damage to this paladin? No, paladin's immune. Okay, I didn't see that. I'm going to back up. And try and just do some damage from range on these. And help support, because otherwise I'm almost dead. I do want to get through my CE if I can, to just not instantly die, but if this warrior charges on me, then I'm in trouble. So I'm just staying at range right now. This is the other way that you can play the... Oh, I'm out of that, right? Oh my god, that was close. That was really close. Okay. And if this thing gets up and... Yeah, Spin Crusher. 40, that's a lot of damage. And it has a decent range, too. So instead of running in and just dying instantly... well, I didn't. I stayed at range with the cruise chaser and did some damage that way. Okay, I'm gonna stay on foot for a while because if they get a tower down, then I'll hop back in a mech. But I do want to go in and hit this thing. Gonna LB here. Got the stun, that's fine. So I can get stunned by this for sure. Yeah, so the best play... Oh, well, okay, now I got stunned again, and marksman fight. That's fine. I got a lot of damage on that, and it takes a lot of aggro. So, not so much a basic, this is more of an intermediate strat. The best place to be against a brute justice is right at their feet. It's really hard to target with the fists. You can easily dodge the cone. Okay, so they got a tower down, so we do have a brute justice available. What health is it at? Where's it at? It's right there. It's full health almost. So, and then you can also dodge the laser beam as well. So it's the best place to be.
When you say so when we're talking about mechs here, what is the importance of focusing the mechs versus players?
Well, the mechs do a ton of damage and are pretty tanky. So, like, see this ninja is, like, right under this? It's really hard for this brute justice to deal with that. So I'm trying to peel for it. These are the mammoths. We talked about mammoths. These little Vikings are the mammoths. And if you have something, like I have an ability that I can dive and get a reset. If something dies, you can use the mammoths for that. Let's see, I hear enemy in the north. That's already taken. That's unfortunate. Okay. We'll get to... There's a lot to look at. We'll look at mercenaries next round. The mammoth kill.
So it sounds like a lot of what players should be aiming to do is kind of bodyguard their mechs, then,
Yeah, for the most.
and assassinate the opponent mechs.
Pretty much. Okay, so they have a Brute Justice on our core. That's why we took a bunch of damage, but it was on the other side. So we want to be pushing through here. I'm going to go, do the best thing against one of these and dive on its feet. See, I just dodged the flamethrower. There it goes. And it's already dead. Beautiful.
Might have helped a little bit, you know.
Oh yeah, I saw you there. That was Revenue right next to me. Hello.
Hello.
All right, so we have an oppressor right here. I'm gonna try and peel for it. I don't really have a peel for it, so I'm just gonna do damage as best I can. Hit the mech first. I'm not sure what our oppressor is doing here. I hope they're getting some value out of this. I'm not sure. Okay, I definitely just am doing a peel dive there. A peel pull. Let's see. There's a lot of warriors. I can get bloated again. So I'm just trying to run out and get out alive.
So based on the battlefield right now, what's going on?
Well, they've got a lot of people pushing south, so really that's where I need to go, is go south and defend our base. And it's a combination of trying to defend against their mechs while pushing with your own. Let's see. So we're the red core. Right now we're in the lead by, I think that's 16 points. I'm risking doing math on stream. We do need a mech. Let's see. We have both towers down. Can I get a brute? No, I can't. All right, so I'm going to take a cruise chaser because we do need a mech. And I want to absolutely get on this thing because the fists that it does to the core does a ton of damage. Like, look, we were just up 16 and now we're down. So brute justice up to the core can absolutely, win a game. Oh, I'm stupid. I just pressed the wrong button. Okay, here's an oppressor now. This needs to die really fast. I think it gets out of that. Nope, it didn't. Okay. And we got it down before the missile, so that's good. Okay, so there's our oppressor. So this is tricky. Our oppressor's going middle here. And if it gets a shot off, then I think we're in good shape. You can actually... This is another high-end strat. I gotta hope they get there, because I've got to stop this oppressor from getting up there. And we have 30 seconds left, so basically the next shot wins. Right now we're tied at 52. This is actually absurdly close. And I just want to make sure that we get that down, and then the gob tank, I think that's going to get there in time. That's dangerous. I'm going after this thing, going to try and juke it a couple times. I should be out of the flamethrower, that's good. I'm just trying to... let's see, so I'm not sure what happens if we tie. I've actually never seen a tie before. This might be a first. I've never seen a tie. I don't know who wins.
A victory.
We won. Why did we win? I don't know why we won. Maybe we had like 50, I don't know, maybe it's like tenths of a percentage or something, but
I see someone specifying we won on health.
We won on health. What do you mean?
I don't know. I just see that in chat. Either. You are the more experienced one here. I have about
I know. I've played a couple hundred
played.
of these, but I've never actually seen a tie. I've never seen a tie. Go ahead and cue us up again. And actually, John or Revna, do you want to do a stream from or a game from your perspective this time?
Sure, it doesn't matter. I can show.
Right. Go for it. We can just go back and forth. Actually pretty bad at the actual on-foot PvP elements, but I'm a good mech pilot, and I'm not bad at scrounging up CE or calling out when objectives are popping up. That's important too.
That's great, because whenever I've preformed this, everyone refuses to get in the mech. I don't know. For me, it's the limited kit, and I guess that's just especially when I have to oppressor. Cruise Chaser I can handle, but I feel like the oppressor, I get so dreadfully bored like piloting that. So anyone who loves doing mechs, I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. I will go farm Battle High or the soaring and print soaring in the field, but my goodness.
Yeah, I mean the oppressors are
and they're so critical to winning.
Yeah. Like I basically took down a tower almost by myself right at the start of the game with my first oppressor. That's huge. Let's see. What else did we need to talk about and didn't talk about? So there's the mid platforms. I said there were 4 options. Basically, there's 3 until the very end of the game. The one that I know we focused on was main ceruleum engine. A second option that's worth fighting for is the gob tank. And right at the end, there was a tank that drove by me in the lane. That's what that was. There was a blue tank that drove the opposite direction of me, like with 30 seconds, 20 seconds left in the game. That one puts a tank in both lanes and pushes into the enemy team like the mammoths would, but it's a lot tankier and does a lot of damage.
If you're familiar with MOBAs, that would be like the catapults that spawn every couple waves in most MOBAs.
I think so, but you have to win.
In this game, you have to actually trigger them.
Right. You have to win the fight for them. And it's kind of the same thing with the mercenary as well. So if you look right... Wait, are we on my screen or Rebna's?
I think we're on mine now.
Okay. So there's a thing that says the Goblin Mercenary is readying for deployment. It's on the right side of the screen. That's going to say north or south. And then once that timer happens, then we'll fight, and whichever team basically captures the mercenary, that will push down that lane as well. So there's another way of taking a what am I trying to say? Another objective that can push lanes. All right, I'm turning the mic over to you since we're on your screen.
Well, I'll need, I think for this, since I am far more unfamiliar with this, I'm just gonna continue to play and you point and give commanding directions.
Sure.
As well as tell a little bit about what's just happening.
All right, well, we got main, 2 things. We got main ceruleum tank.
And that one is worth fighting for at the gate.
Absolutely. So we're going straight in, and I'm gonna unga bunga. And then the second thing to look for is the readying forces for southern deployment. That means we want to have control of the south lane. Going in. Oh, I got stunned. I got sheeped. I'm spinning. I'm doing all the damages. Things are already dying. LB's active. I'm gonna pop it. Haha! Everything's dead. Summoner thinks they're okay. Oh, they got Dancer. Wow. Yeah, that's a 90-second LB, like 30 seconds into the game, by the way. My LB's available for the second time.
Ridiculous.
I have, what, a 90-second or 110-second LB, and I have for the second time in the first minute of the game. All right, anyways, readying forces for southern deployment. That means that the mercenary, when it spawns in 2 minutes and 54 seconds, is going to come from the south. So ideally, we want to have control of the south lane so that we can take that when it pops. Okay, that's a lot of people. I'm gonna run out. Nope. I'm gonna guard here. I'm actually gonna guard here. I do have LB if I'm in trouble. Yeah, I promise. And I'm gonna do a peel suck. And I'm gonna get mana back. No, I'm not. I'm gonna run under my tower. So if I'm under my tower, right now I'm taking some amount of reduced damage. So that's why they tried to pull me out of it and couldn't, or didn't, but tried to. Still okay, because reduced damage plus I'm a tank. Right.
So here on the central platform, does it matter where you stand?
Within the like lit up section.
Okay.
That's all that matters. Yeah, I take like no damage here.
I see that you get a damage buff when you fight in the very center. It's called Sheer Wheel. Sheer Will.
I actually didn't know that.
My southern Missouri accent coming out there.
Missouri.
Alright.
See, I can see the warriors trying to pull me out. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to pull me out of this circle so I take more damage. And I want to kill this Reaper. Oh wait, you can't see it, but they're trying to pull me out of the circle over by the tower. One of these, I'm going to remember eventually that they can't actually see what I'm doing. Okay, so we want to be south. The mercenary is going to deploy in 1 minute and 5 seconds. Not sure what that summoner was doing. A death wish, I guess. Right now I'm killing mammoths. Trying to stay above half health because I heard a ninja. do a lot of things in this game by sound effect.
Yeah, with the visual overload, often that is the best way to go at this play.
Especially when there's things that have such notable and unique sound effects. Like the Ninja LB, for sure, is one of them. Alright, so I'm backing out a little bit, get mana back. So yeah, one of the things about this mode, considering how strong LBs are because of how quickly they activate, the jobs that have really powerful limit breaks are really powerful in this mode. So things like Dark Knight that have a full-on immunity are kind of disgusting.
Yeah, I have seen multiple times Dark Knights go from being invulnerable to being invulnerable once again. Is that caused by anything in particular? I believe you said maybe kills help.
Murdering a bunch of people with
Murder
your
helps.
LB.
So I can't just play the PvE objectives.
Right, you have, well, yes, you have to kill people. You gotta do PvP. Alright, so right now, we're still at 100% on our core. They're at 82%, so we're winning. We've got a lot of pressure right now. This is pretty good for us. One thing I haven't mentioned yet, the way that you get a Brute Justice, by the way, you can't start with them. Those are unlocked as a tower dies. So Blue has one tower down. They have access to one Brute Justice right now. We have no towers down, so we can't use one. So there's a strategy as well of only trying to take down one tower ever. Because of how powerful the Brute Justices are, you deny your team, or your enemy team, the second one.
So the Brute Justices are a catch-up mechanic then?
More or less, yes. Actually, I'd say that's exactly what they are. Okay, so there's a main cerulean tank. I forgot about the mercenary, but that's fine. We got it, and I'm too murder happy right now. I'm just like diving into things and pulling things and killing things and having too much fun. Oh, big pull!
So I see the enemy team standing here in the safety of their towers. Do they get a certain buff or anything to
They
play
sure
off?
do. Yeah, when you stand under your own tower, you get a defensive buff. You take less damage. You do take, I want to say it's half damage. I don't know if that actually says on the...
It does say actually half damage. It just passed over it while I was dead.
Well, thank you.
So is there
let's
anything
see.
that disables that buff other than taking the tower down?
No, just the tower going down. Dark Knight LB has a 10-second cooldown and 10-second immunity. Good enough. Yep, that's... it does... So if you kill enough people with your LB as a Dark Knight, then yeah, you can just spam it again right after the first one falls off, and it's stupid. It's really dumb. We're going to show off a couple of jobs here. I just wanted to start on Dark Knight because it's really good for opening fights, and actually next time I'll do a different strategy. I'll start as Dark Knight, and then I'll switch to something else to show that that's an option, and actually a very common option. Actually, I don't need to do kill these, because we're full on CE. I'm going to shield here. Oh my god, I almost got myself killed because I fat-fingered the wrong button. I tried to press my shield, and instead I pressed the thing that cost me health, but then I got hit by the cruise chaser. Just got myself killed. Alright, let's see. Oh, that's a big pull. Big pull! Oh, let me in!
There's a Brute Justice pushing our base. So how good are Brute Justices at pushing bases?
They're the best.
They are still the best, even though they also work against players.
Yeah, they just do a ton of damage. Their fist ability, if I ever get to show it off, is really, really strong. I'm trying to live here. I need to guard. I need to drop. Let's see if I get out of this. Yeah, the Brute Justice's fists are, like, ridiculously strong. On buildings, on players, on mechs. Oh my god, I got White Mage LB'd from a decade away to stop my elixir. Right, where is our Brute Justice? Our Brute Justice is full health, so...
Our Brute Justice is here with me, protecting base against incoming wave, but that isn't clear.
That's probably fine, yeah.
So it's a flexible unit then that can be played as assault or defense, I take it?
Yeah, it does everything, and that's why
It's capped.
yep. I just got ninja lead. Yeah.
Now I see the mercenary coming down the lane. Do you want to talk a little bit about what causes that mercenary to spawn?
Yeah, that
This
was
is a very different kind of unit.
the thing on the right side. That was the on the right side that says allied with the Falcons. That little window shows what the mercenary is and when it's going to be active. And let's see, I'm going to take a cruise chaser. And then when it's active, it pushes the lanes. If you look at the mini map, let's see, is it already dead? It might already be dead. It is reasonably squishy. But yeah, you fight mercenary either at the top of the platform to the north or the bottom of the platform to the south. And I'm going to take out 2 mechs by myself. This is cool. I'm going to die for it, but it's going to work. It's fine. Okay, it's at 0.5%. Someone kill this thing. There we go. It's down. And then basically what happens is as you do damage to it and as the other team does damage to it, the health bar moves either to the blue side or the red side, depending on which team is doing more damage to it. And as you do, as you fill that bar with your color by doing enough damage to it, then you take control of it. And that's it. Rev, what you doing?
I am currently pushing with South Lane, and notably, if you watch my stream, that's going to be down here. Currently, you see the mercenary is unlocked for taking in about 40 seconds.
Okay, so we mentioned Gob Tank.
Yeah.
Oh, that dancer is so. Oh, okay. This is a good. Well, I'm hitting the Gob Tank right now. Rev, I don't know if you're here with me.
Where are you? Are you north or south?
I'm north.
Okay, I'm south, but there's a Falcon tank on my screen right now.
Got it. Yeah,
and I am working on taking that.
That's the Gob Tank. That is the tank that when you get the mid platform, that's Gob Tank. Well, that's what it is. And then the one that's going to spawn in 2.5 minutes, the Gob Crate. That is all 3 of the options at the same time. So Gob Crate is very powerful, but by the time it shows up, it may not actually be worth it to run to the middle to get it. It depends on score and who's got pressure and whatnot. Let's see. Oh, did we just... Alright, we just win. And if you get the enemy core to 0, it looks like that. Their core explodes and you win the game, and cool. Good time. I still haven't gotten to use a Brute Justice yet, and I'm sad. But that's okay.
All right. Well, our team able to take the victory.
Yeah, it's a good time. All right, let's take a look at chat real quick. I want to catch up and
sure. Let's just take a quick break and take a few questions.
There's so much going on that I can't possibly look at chat while I'm doing this. That's one of the things I love about this mode. There's so much going on in such a small map. Like it's chaos, and it changes a lot. Okay, I find that Cruise Chaser is good at putting pressures on player on foot and zoning them out of an area, but can't actually clinch kills unaided. Their frontal cone can do like 80% of someone's health, so if there's any pressure at all on something and then you hit it with the cone, they're probably going to die. It does do a lot of damage. Let's see. Key to using an oppressor effectively is knowing when to push forward and when to hold back to let your allies clear the way. That is true, and then on top of that also is when you first make your oppressor, knowing which lane to go down. Like if the enemies are pushed in all the way into your tower in one lane, you don't want to take the oppressor that way, because you're just going to run right into the enemy team that has all the pressure, and your oppressor is going to die and you've thrown away 50 CE. You want to go the other way, and that's a good way of breaking up that pressure that they have by making them come and take you out instead.
To add on to the Cruise Chaser point, one of the things I've enjoyed when I have played Rival Wings is when I'm playing a job like Ninja, using my 2 charges of Raiju on people who can't get out of that Frontal Cone AoE, just to ensure that they do get hit by that massive plate. It seems very easy to set up a coordinated play to take out players and farm that soaring to get that power spike. So
At
I
80
definitely understand what they're getting at with the supporting and getting the cinched kills with a player. I think that's neat, the interaction between player and mech.
Yep, it doesn't quite kill anything, but it can absolutely like maim pretty much everything. Agreed. Astro says, I'm at 86 wins so far and still wasn't entirely sure what a gob crate had in it. Yeah, I don't see them very often, and they don't get taken very often because a lot of games just end before they show up. I think they can only show up in the last somewhere between 2 and 5 minutes of the game. So you won't see those until the end. And by that point, everyone's tunneling something else.
Oh, yeah.
Or I'm tunneling something else. So. All right, let's put it back on my view for this game, John. And John, do you have any comments or questions or thoughts yourself so far? How you doing, bud?
If we can even get his voice on stream.
Oh, do we have it, John?
I don't know if we do.
Oh, sound just died.
We're doing good. We're doing good. No comments or questions so far. People are asking questions, or people are putting their input in chat, and you guys are doing a good job explaining everything. I'm just sitting back and relaxing and watching the show.
Uh-oh.
Well,
What
we're
just
doing our
happened?
best.
What's going on with the sound?
For those, wait, your sound is gone?
Oh, I'm reading chat. Something's going on with the sound.
When John talked, the sound disappeared.
It's some weird artifact
We
of
hear?
this. It's some weird artifact of the scene switching between two separate live streams. It cuts out audio. I don't know what it is.
Oh,
Well,
yeah, I should
we'll have
mention.
to continue to work on that. For those joining us recently, or if we were completely cut out voice-wise at the start of the stream, one of the things we're doing differently in this stream than we don't normally do on Thursday is that we are switching between Calm Lamity and my perspectives. And what we are normally so gifted with on like a Thursday is we can just stream John's perspective as a spectator in CC, and that's very easy to work around. But here we're using two different camera and game perspectives. So bear with us while we work on that. We will gladly hear any hints, tips, or feedback, because tonight is kind of our test stream. But we did really want to do Rival Wings and showcase that as soon as possible, because there is the Mogstone event. Farm up those amazing stacks of currency while this event is running.
Yeah, I've got a lot of MGP to farm up. I want to get that Setzer mount, and that's what, 4 million MGP, something like that.
Oh yeah.
So, all right, you ready to queue up again?
I am. Let's hit it.
Let's do it. All right, so I'm going to show off a little bit different strategy this time. Like we said, once you go in and you you don't lose. I almost said battle high. It's not. It's soaring. You don't lose soaring. When you switch jobs, when you die, anything like that. Nothing is going to take your soaring away once you get it. So I'm going to run it at the start as a Dark Knight because I feel like that's a really, really good mid-fight winning job. Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to switch to Black Mage after that, and I'm going to try something different. And I want to see if I can go the entire match without being able to use all 6 stacks of my Black Mage LB before it pops again. It's absolutely absurd how quick that pops, because Black Mage LB is 60 seconds. It's pretty wild.
Is there anything in particular you'd like me to run?
No. Since we're on me, play what
tell
you
me
want,
what to
and
play. I don't do this mode often.
Oh, okay. Well, let me see it, because I have notes, and I picked a couple of jobs that I wanted to kind of show off. Let's see. You were going to do Ninja, Summoner, and Machinist. So, anyone...
I'm probably not going to do Machinist if you're Black Maging. Most likely I'll either do something more durable or do a Ninja, so...
Why don't you do Ninja? Because I can bomb in spells, and you can follow up with Ninja LB, maybe?
I mean, that's the theory, at least.
Yeah, that's the theory. Yeah, well.
And then get met with a million piggies.
Of course. Calm's head is 50% bigger than Revna's. What?
I don't know about that one. Are we talking about egos or? Oh, the graphics.
What graphics?
Right.
Oh, and yeah, so one of the things we mentioned about the stream quality itself is because Yeah, when we switch back and forth between me and Revna's streams, we're literally, like, Revna and I are streaming separately, and then John is picking up our streams and then streaming those streams through his stream. That's how that's happening. So when we switch from one to the other between games, there's going to be a little bit of weirdness with Discord, just because that's just kind of how it's going to work so that all the video and audio lines up right. The only way that I know of to make that better is if someone wants to drop a couple $100,000 and buy us a house so we can all live together. That would be fantastic. And then by all living together, we can just stream from the same place. The latency would be perfect. The audio would be perfect. We'd have our own little PvP house. But short of that, this is kind of, I think, the best that we can do. So there's just going to be a little weirdness. Okay, we haven't seen Gobby Juice yet. There's just going to be a little bit of weirdness when we switch from one stream to the other, but it'll be like 2 or 3 seconds, and then you won't know anymore.
XIV PvP compound. All right. Well,
Commune?
Please, commune? Yes, please look forward to it. Definitely not a cold. Never a cold.
Going in. I'm blasting. I'm firing my lasers. Oh my god, everything's dead. I already have LB. Hitting LB. I'm trying to hit LB. Please hit LB. LB, please. Why is it not working? Oh my god. I just like hit my LB for 10 seconds and it never actually went off. Well, that was a fight that existed. Alright, so we've already won mid for the most part, and they're pretty much out. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to return. Actually, are they coming back? It looks like they're coming back. Let's see. Oh, I hit my... Oh, that's what happened. I hit a setting on my mouse. That's why. Okay. Here we go. Big pull. Big LB. Everything's gonna die.
This is absolutely ridiculous. I just exited my LB and I have another one. And I have another one.
Yeah, so if you like LBs, this is the mode for you. This is so dumb. Alright, let's see. So, going back up. I'm just going to land some kills while I can, and then once the fighting stops, then I will go back and go to Black Mage. And I think the fighting is done. Alright, returning.
I will job swap with you now.
Also, I'm going to stop talking for the next 15 seconds, because I just want to jam out. Like, check out this music. It's so good. Alright, Black. Oh. Black Mage, there we go. That's so good. Let's see, what do I want to hit? Let's burst. Almost have the ninja dead. There's a really good chance that's not their Sage thing. Dive out of this, try and kill it. Come on!
Tom, help me get it!
What?
It was not their Sage, so we did get...
Alright, there we go. Got LB. Hitting the monk. I am setting you up with every LB you could possibly ever want. There's
Yeah,
a third
I
one
didn't
that
have
you
it till just then, and naturally the snapshot decides no.
Okay, I'm freezing the Sage in place. There's another one for you. There we go, that's a kill. Just got my LB again. I got cheaped. Foul, that's another one almost. There you go, it's another one. There's a monk. It's another one. Revna, be something!
Where are you? I'm trying! I'm trying to get the paladin
I'm
off
right
our
on top
back!
of you.
You said to just be an escort.
Nope, wait, what?
Huh?
Is that what I said?
Yeah, very specific wording too.
Okay. LB's active again. Oh, I'm in a lot of pain. Oh, of course I didn't get the guard off in time. I'm sad. I should live this. No, I should live this. I do live this. Okay, let's get a shield off.
Okay, there's a mech running down the lane.
Yep. I gotta kill a monk though because monk. Kill this monk! Got it. Can't stand monks, dude. Absolutely just no reason they should have gotten buffed. I'm probably about to get coned here by the... Oh, okay, I thought the thing was coming in. Watching the Purify on that. Now I guard it, burst, it's dead. There's the cone. Oh, I got sheep. Please tell me I'm out of that. Oh my god, I wasn't. Yeah, the snapshots from the mech are really, really unkind.
I am just whiffing my LBs.
Alright, let's take some damage from that. Just drop that foul so I can use a new one. And the monk. Freezing the monk. Killing the monk. Killing the monk. Got it. Nice. Let's see. So right now I'm just trying to keep this lane clear. I'm hoping... I haven't really looked at what's going on elsewhere. But... let's see. It looks like we have pressure in the north as well. These had no effect. I almost got that thing down. Not quite, though. So I just want to keep us pushed in down here. Let's see. Do they have a tower down? They don't. I haven't even had a chance to use a Brew Justice yet. It's absolutely wild. Okay, so we're at 18 soaring. That's good. My LB's available again. So here, I'll show you. I think I did a couple 100,000 damage. I don't know. I do like 1,600. Let's see. If I do a Purify and a Dot with this, I do what, 1% to this thing? Yeah, I don't do hardly any damage to this tower. It's not worth it. Right? Use the mechs to get kills. And they're living just because they have the tower buff. Except, you know, it just froze them to death, so cool. So this gets some more CE, even though we're basically maxed. Let's see, so now they're starting to push this way a little bit with some... Let's see. What I should do right now is mech, but we have somebody meching anyways. Did you see how that machinist popped their head out of the circle for like 1 second, and then it completely exploded? Yep. Took a foul right to the dome, 2 feet from their 50% damage reduction, and they're dead. Have another LB available. I'm gonna try and hit just the mech right now. That's probably on me. They have me targeted, so I'm running out of that. Oh, I don't think I get out of that. I get hit. Yep, okay, I have the shield at least. Purifying that, running away. I swear, it feels like they're starting to put pressure over here, but they never really are. We're still doing fine. We're still in the lead, so, you know, as weird as this seems, you know, this is working for us. Oh. Oh, you're gonna step out? Burst! Got it.
So as far as you're aware, do damage amplifiers affect things like the towers? So like if I trick attack a tower, does that actually apply?
I don't know, but we can find out. I'm actually not sure. Just stuff a fat foul in the middle of these people. Just going for damage right now. I got a warrior back here who you can chain on. Very nice. I already have my LB back. I'm going to try and... White mage is good to go. I can't get through my LB charges fast enough. Freeze this thing. Foul from range, it's dead. Oh, I didn't get the red mage for that? That's surprising. Yeah, I just want to stay at range. The second I walk in and get focused by anything, I'm probably dead. I got a monk over here if you want to... If you want to tell me when you're LBing, I'll try and help you.
Oh, I've got it again.
Okay, monk over here on our oppressor. Okay, paladin just LB'd. And is that game? That's game. Just like that. Wild. Yo, Masaru with the raid. I feel like that's a trend. Every time we do a stream, Masaru sends y'all over here, and I love it.
Yeah,
welcome everybody.
So glad to have you here, and thank you for the raid, Masaru.
Yeah, and if you want to queue up Rival Wings. We're on Primal. Specifically, we're hanging out on the Behemoth Wolves Den, but if you want to join us just anywhere from Primal, queue up Rival Wings, and, you know,
it'll throw you in.
Don't beat me up. Be nice.
We are
Alright.
most assuredly going to be beaten up at some point,
All right.
especially
let's
when you're
go-
playing Black Mage.
Yeah.
So what would we like to do in showcase for this round? We have about 40 minutes left in stream.
Yeah. Let's switch back to your viewpoint first, John. If you want to do that and tell us when you've done that.
All right, switching now.
I think this game, since we've showcased what let's did Ninja, but maybe I'll switch to Ninja again because you just showcased Black Mage. Actually,
Black
I'll do
Mage.
Summoner. Summoner's a
Summoner?
very common job to see in
Okay.
Wings.
I'll do White Mage this time. Let's get weird with it. I'll do White Mage. By the way, so you can oh, what am I? I'm 90 on this. What am I on this? 90. Oh, I got 90 on Dark Knight just now. Cool. So whatever you queue in as, you're gonna get experience on that job, and then you can just switch to whatever you want to play once you get into the match. So if I right now my Paladin is low level, so I'm going to switch to Paladin if I can find Paladin on my. There we go. So I'm going to queue in as Paladin, but I'm going to play something else, but I get experience for Paladin because that's what I queued in as. And
So very
on that
similar
note-
to Frontlines in that perspective.
Exactly like front lines in that perspective.
All right. Well, are we ready for me to go ahead and queue us into the next match?
Do it up.
All right.
And you don't have to queue for experience necessarily. I think if you're at 90 and you do it, then you get tombstones in place, like not the Moogle, well, you get the Moogle tombstones, but you also get other tombstones in place of the experience that you would get on something that's less than 90,
So
like
my
I am.
PvE tombstones.
Yeah,
So
if
I
you're
don't have to
PvE,
run my
then you do-
expert so much.
Right, exactly. You can do PvP to deck out your PvE character. Exactly.
Yeah,
Oh, hi,
absolutely.
Shasta.
And also,
Hi.
for those of us just joining, my name's Revna, joined with Calamity.
Hello.
We're just doing a educational stream on Rival Wings, learning the mode a little bit. This is a startup for us where we're just kind of trying to learn how to set up another day of streams for Revival, showcase different modes of PvP play is kind of our goal. So bear with us. This is our first time trying out this stream.
Yep. If there's some stuff that's scuffed, please tell us. Please let us know. You're not being rude by doing so. You're helping us find the bugs in the code, and we will fix them for next week. and then also, beyond that as well, we're doing this not for us to play Rival Wings. We're doing this to help you understand Rival Wings better. So primarily, we want to be answering your questions. We want to be doing things that you are curious of as far as Rival Wings goes, right? I've played a whole bunch of games of Rival Wings. Revna's played enough. We know for the most part what's going on. We want to help you do the same. So please don't be afraid to ask your questions. We want to answer them. John is keeping an eye on the chat so that between games, if somebody has a good question that we don't see, he'll make sure that we do, and we'll get that answered for you. That's what we're here for, and that's what this whole thing is going to be. This whole. Well, Revna, do you want to explain what this Monday thing is?
Our long-term view for this series, once we get it up and running, is to explore all the other areas of XIV PvP, right? So Crystal Conflict gets a lot of spotlight, and rightfully so. It's a great competitive mode. However, for myself, I'm primarily a Frontlines main. That's been my history. It's the mode I enjoy. I'm a very social PvPer, and I really hate how isolating Crystal Conflict is. So while I do really enjoy the mode, I hate how isolated I am. So normally when I'm vegging out and playing PvP, you'll generally see me in the front lines. So I think our goal for this stream, and Calm, feel free to chime in here, is to find or hopefully introduce people to those modes of play as well, and show everyone the value and what really makes these modes so fun.
Yeah, we're still kind of figuring out exactly what this is going to be, but we're going to try and showcase all the PvP. This is Rival Wings. We wanted to start with this because it's so active right now. There's so many people doing Rival Wings because of the Mogtome event. Like, it's popping like 18 to 20 hours a day on Primal. It might even be 24. I don't know. It feels like it's not stopping. And then we want to show off front lines from there. We do want to do some Crystal Conflict. We kind of want to show off everything, you know, just like give strategies for everything. All right, so you'll notice that nobody is up here in the middle, and that's
And
because
why
this
is that? The Gobby Juice.
This is the first time we've seen it. So Gobby Juice, when you get it, when you get the train for Gobby Juice, it gives you limit break charge, which, if you paid any attention at all, limit break charge goes really fast. So it has really little value with how quickly things with how quickly the limit break charge is here. So most people tend to avoid that one. I think it also does give you 1 stack of soaring, but yeah, it's not particularly great. It's better just to go in and try and control a lane. So I'm gonna go try and push the south lane because that's the mercenary that's wow, all right. We need to be south. Yeah, they have a lot south.
They do. I also see that the mercenary is south. So what is our play as a team when we look at this?
Our play as a team is to try and control the south. And that way we control the mercenary. All right, there's laser beam number 1. Oh, the Gunbreaker's so close to dead!
Right now, I'm in middle grabbing CE, trying to get enough juice for our mech to come out.
Okay. I really do, John. The only time I'm going to ask you to switch back to my perspective, if it happens, is if I'm able to get hold of a brute justice. We haven't. No. Just
really loves his BJs. If you're not aware,
oh,
and
my god. Oh my god.
You haven't been tuned into the stream.
God.
You're just now joining us.
Well, Revenue's already fired, so.
You can't fire me.
Are you unfireable?
I like to think so.
I guess we're gonna find out. So as you can imagine, another one that's pretty common in here is Samurai, like I'm hitting right now, because, you know, Samurai LB is pretty good if you're taking any kind of aggro. Alright, so we have an Oppressor standing on the tower. That is not at all where you want to be, because that makes you the tank, and you want to not be the tank. The whole point of this is to not be the one taking the threat, and they're taking all the threat. I'm trying to take aggro off them right now, so I might die for this.
Yeah, I think we're well overwhelmed over here.
Yep, I'm just trying my best. I'm trying to cure myself. Let's see if this works. Do another one. I can heal myself here. I got the heal. Oh, I'm retarded. Okay, I'm dead. Oh, I just got Samurai LB anyways. That's fine. So I tried to take as much threat off as I could off of the Oppressor that was standing on the tower, and I don't know why. That's not where you want to be. Let's see. They have a tower down. They almost do. Alright, so... Wait, no, they do have a tower down. No, they don't. Wait, what? We have a tower... Wait, we're red. We have a tower down.
Now we... As far as everything stands, we're all up right now.
Am I crazy? What's going on? They have... Oh, that still has like a shred of health left. That's what's going on. That tower 1 is as down as it can be without being down. Which sucks, because as soon as that goes down, I can get a brute justice. So I'm actually just going to sit and wait for something to tickle that node. That tower, because, oh wait. Come on. Come on. Get that tower down. I'm going to go make sure I'm right, though. I'm not sure. I'm going to go drive by this tower and see. This thing has 0.2% health. Somebody come hit this node. I want to use the brute justice, please. Hello? Hello? Alright, whatever. Well. Alright, Gob tank in 35. I'm going to go mid for that.
Sure. Actually, I said I was going to switch on to Ninja, but had not been back to do so. So I will do so next time I respawn, I guess.
What do you want?
I'm still a Gunbreaker because we didn't fight mid. I just never went back.
Fair enough. Oh, I'm gonna get hit by that. Yeah, so I can see the... Oh, the white mage combo. Get wrecked, Gunbreaker. Ah! Oh, that was scary. Oh, wait, I want to go mid for this, don't I? So there's the train. Gob Tank is strong. I do want to control that. Rever, it looks like you're mid.
Yeah.
I see a whole bunch of orange. I'm assuming that's you. Alright, I'm gonna...
That is me.
I'm gonna sheep the Stark Knight. Oh.
It's gonna be too late.
Yep. That's Cheetan.
They don't have it. They just used it, and I don't think they have any kills for the refresh.
Oh, there's LB. Big kill. Wait. Oh, I died. Whoa, I took a foul for 25,000. That's a lot. Okay, we do have the... Okay, we did still get the middle, though, so that's good. I just got hit by a Black Mage foul for half of my health. That's disgusting. All right, let's see. Do we have a Brute Justice out? We do. What's their health at? The full... Damn it. Well, if I don't get a chance to use a Brute...
to go back to Ninja.
What just hit our tower? Oh, down there. All right, so they just got a shot off down below. Gonna go and try and hit the suppressor, maybe? So if you look at the minimap right now, there's a red oppressor in the middle. It's not pushing a lane, it's actually going...
Now, Calm, correct me if I'm wrong, we've lost 2 of our towers. Can you not get the Brute Justice right now?
Oh, we just lost the second one, so I'm gonna go try. Just lost the second one. So if I get it, then I'll let you know, and...
Absolutely, switch over to that.
And you can only max out, or you can only have 2 per alliance, or 1 per tower down per alliance. I'm not sure why. Oh, my monk just got in the neck. And then there goes the second brute. Okay, well.
That's alright.
That's okay.
We'll get it eventually.
I'm not
going to complain about people taking mechs.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Like, there's a lot of times where nobody will know how to use a mech, and the team just doesn't do it. So it's better to have too many people than meching. I'm certainly not complaining about it. I just want to use a Brute Justice, and I can't. I'm sad. That's all.
So, looking at north, it looks like they have a push, but there's no siege units in that range.
Okay, that's a Brute Justice. Target dead, that's good. Oh, I love using Miracle of Nature on a Samurai with Cheetan active. It feels so good. Everything's right with the world. All right, let's see, this is really close. There's still 6 minutes left to go, but this is really close. There's the Brute down. I just need to stay and fight this, actually. I want to go try and get a Brute, but I'm not going to. Getting out. Getting rocket punched. I was definitely getting targeted by the person in that Brute. Oh, no way. No way. I knew that person was going to get out. Yeah, there it is. Gogo's coming in with like all the information that I'm trying to say while I'm playing and is saying all the things right. So, 1 Brute Justice gets unlocked for each of your towers that's been destroyed. So at the start of your match, you're limited to 0. After 1 tower is down, you can have 1. And with both towers down, you can have 2. That's exactly correct. Thank you. I appreciate that. Let's see. There's 2 Brutes out. I see a Brute down there at low health. So, So I'm actually just going to sit and wait. So if that goes down, then I can use one. I'm hoping. Come on. I'm just going to sit here. I have faith. Come on. Come on. Get it down. There we go. Gib. Gib. Give. I'm spamming the button. I don't have enough CE. Oh my god.
So what I'm trying to do right now is mostly harass the mechs. Yes, we're not capped on our soaring, but for the most part, if I cost teams their mechs, they have to start that run all over. And so any way I can get a mech low as it's running the lane, the better.
Well, we are winning at the very least, so that's good. Again, we have an oppressor on top of the core. Like, you don't want to be taking all the shots as or you don't want to be taking all the aggro as the oppressor. You want to be like the ninja. The ninja oppressor. There it is. It's over there. It didn't matter. All right.
All right.
There it is. White Mage actually not bad there. Did some decent damage. A lot of control, like able to secure kills. Yeah, I like it.
I really do enjoy Ninja, not just because of the chain LB, which is great, but once you're at your max soaring, it really doesn't contribute that much. It's really the amount of burst you can jump in and do on a mech as it's pushing lane. Taking that down.
Let's see. I see Census asking... the other mechs unlocking is dependent on how many of the fuel cell things you've collected. Not quite, so I haven't actually talked about that yet. You can have 2 oppressors at any one time on your team. You can have, I think, up to 6. I think you can have all 6 cruise chasers if you wanted to. I think
that seems like a waste.
It does, because you want the oppressors to have the structure pressure, because that's how you win games, is putting pressure on the structures. But yeah, you can have 2 oppressors at any time from the very start. And then, like Gogo said about the towers with the brute justices. And yeah. Yo, we got DJ Potate. Hello, /wave. Alright, John, do you want to put, you want to switch back to me?
Hopefully we get a mech for you this time.
Okay, we'll switch back to calm.
By the way, can we get some hearts in chat for John? John is just literally sitting in the back, being quiet, listening to our double voice because of how it has to work for the stream to come through properly, and is like making sure everything works, while I just get to play and beat people up.
It's like quadruple voice.
The quadruple voice.
It's really, it's an experience in these headphones right now. Let me tell you, it is a sensory experience.
So you're becoming very familiar with our voices right now, just letting them echo all around in your head.
Right. Revenue, do you want to queue us up?
Sure. Are we ready?
Oh, actually, I lied. Nope.
Nope.
What did I queue on? Paladin. Hang on. Oh. Where's Paladin?
Just a reminder, you guys have people coming in to join you. DJ Potate is here. And I think Masari said that he was here as well.
Yeah, you may not have been able to hear us, but we definitely were super thankful for him dropping in all of his watchers as well as Potage.
Yeah.
All right, are you ready now, Com?
Let's do it. Oh. Yeah, okay, we're good. By the way, do you like my utterly terrifying paladin garb? Look at this. Am I not the most intimidating
like
paladin you've ever seen
glam
in your entire
life? With a cutting board.
It is, pretty much. I used to have a lot of fun, like, during Shadowbringers. I would run around as a bard with, like, the level 1 bow. Before I found the fire bow, that was really cool. I just ran around with a level 1 bow because gear doesn't matter.
Honestly,
and just murder someone with like a weathered short bow.
That sounds like most PvPers. It's you look at their actual gear and it is just kind of whatever they've cobbled together.
So while we're waiting, for those of you that are new to the stream, first of all, welcome. Make sure you follow. This stream is basically going to have 2 events for the time being. It's going to have every Monday. This is the start of a new weekly event. Every Monday, Revna and I are going to be showcasing maybe Rival Wings, one of the Frontlines maps. I think the next 4 weeks we're going to do a different Frontlines map, because with a 7-day week and a 4-day split, it's going to work perfectly that in 4 weeks we can show off all 4 maps. That's going to be awesome.
Though specifically, we might struggle 1 week because of downtime.
That's true. We'll see.
That 2 or 3 weeks, we'll have probably a 24-hour downtime.
If that happens, then maybe we'll like move the stream depending on your schedule, my schedule, or we'll just not do it.
Raid tier. Everyone's gonna be a slave to the new Savage, right?
Everyone? Is that PvE? That's Savage, right? Is PvE?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Not so much for you.
Well, you keep not taking me into your raid group, and I'm sad.
You keep not existing in the same time zone as me.
Well,
I'm living in the future, okay?
Well, we talked about this earlier. Someone's going to drop 500 grand and we're going to buy a house, and then I can live with you. We can raid together. We can PvE stream together. It's going to be great.
Oh.
You know, we're not worried about the fact that there is nowhere to drop that 500 grand. But that's another conversation for later.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
PvP Revival Gamer House. We just need to buy a giant warehouse and just like section it off.
You want to live in a warehouse? All right.
I mean, we can make nice little rooms in the warehouse. Of course. Just like a rundown Costco. Just like buy it. Put all the little, 10-foot by 10-foot apartments in the back. Everyone can live there. There's gamers in the front. It's got a kitchen. Hot dogs, pizzas.
I was gonna say, this is a Costco. It should have like a full-on cafeteria, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Just hire their ex-staff to cook Costco food for us.
Exactly. That'd be great. PvP Revival,
yes,
sponsored by Costco.
Definitely not Comcast. Anyways.
No, God.
None of those issues so far tonight. Anyways, getting back to our original point, we're really just aiming to hopefully showcase all of the different battlegrounds that exist in Final Fantasy XIV, ranging from the front lines to the rival wings to even eventually maybe we'll do some season. We'll see where we get.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
So
also,
let's see.
one more thing. If people have feedback after the show is done, where can they put it? Is that going to be in the Revival?
That's going to be in the Revival Discord, which that should work, and it does. There we go. So if you join the Discord, there's a whole bunch of things there. First of all, if you are relatively new to PvP, I've put in multiple different, like, Sprout-friendly resources in there. And I mean Sprout purely in the PvP sense. Like, we have, I think I had someone come in the other day who's been playing since, like, day 1 of 1.0 and has only done, like, 4 frontlines in their life. That was their PvP experience. And they came in and they were like, you know what? I want to try PvP out. So absolutely not a Sprout, like literally the opposite of a Sprout, but new to PvP. And we have a lot of resources in there for you. You get a Sprout role that gives you access to a channel that the only people that have access to it are you as a Sprout, and then the Revival staff, so you don't have to worry about some random person giving you crap for answering a question. Literally, I made that so we weed them out. And I live in that channel, and I usually answer stuff myself. We have a whole bunch of mentors that do the same. So that resource exists for you, so absolutely join that. Absolutely join the Discord for that. And then, I don't know where, maybe in the, I don't know, there's a billion channels. Just pick one, ping me and be like, hey, I liked this, I didn't like this, you suck at Black Mage, whatever. Just, give us feedback and we'll take it and try and make the stream better from there.
It is just that process of building up and developing like anything, so... But yeah, once we have everyone familiar, we'll just do it as Q-Syncs, right? Real goal.
I'm gonna live this, I'm fine.
I believe.
See how I set up everything for my team, though?
Dark Knight really just such a strong option at the gate like that.
Oh, I want to go get that Dragoon, but I'm not. Yeah. So I don't need to go in and do a bunch of damage. I just need to clump everything together so my team can do damage. I'm gonna show off White Mage this time. So once we take this Gob tank in the middle, then I will swap. So another thing that's important to think about is since everyone gets their limit breaks faster, so that samurai that just ran by me, it's very possible they already had their LB. Oh, that Astro was so close to dead, but they didn't die, and I'm sad. I think I just got super flared with nothing on me. That's... Okay, well, this ninja probably has LB. I'd be amazed if they don't. I'm probably dead. Here's the thing. I'm gonna just be very dead here. Okay, that's fine. That lets me go back and do White Mage. So we already have about a third of our damage taken off each of our towers. That's not good. I think this person's going south. I'm gonna go White Mage and do something a little different. So I'm gonna escort my oppressor because that seems like the best thing to do right now. We do have control of middle, even though I died. That's fine. So see how all these people are just hitting the tower? That's a little awkward. Because, like I showed earlier, they're not doing much here.
So the idea being, of course, you want to have mechs and people pushing a lane, because just pushing people, not really going to get much accomplished.
Okay. Oh, sheep. Flat is dead. Oh, they just popped LB too, and they got melted. Okay, they're dead too. And I just hit LB, killed one person with it. Now I'm halfway through my limit break again. And, okay, this oppressor, we need to be protecting these oppressors. They're a little far forward, but there's not really much of a choice either. I just want to get in and do some damage. I'm trying to get my LB back.
There's
I'd love to kill this
oppressor
samurai,
rolling
'cause that...
to our tower, actually.
Yep, there sure is. And it just ran right through everybody. And it's just going straight at the tower. This one... Oh, we already have their south tower almost down. I'm just in here glare. Oh, that was the steam thing that I just got hit by. That's what that was. Okay. Just running for a second because I'm taking a lot of pressure. Probably going to get bloated. There it is. Okay, it's fine. Now we're fine. I'm just going to solo LB this, I think. Oh, okay, I was expecting people to do more damage than that. It should die. There we go. Alright. Come back over here. How are we doing on mechs? They have a brute that's running this way. That's scary. We have both of our towers up, so we don't have access to them yet. Okay, enemy engaged in the north. So right now, you see all the people running up the stairs. I'm going to go do the same, because the mercenaries up there red almost has it, so I've got to do damage to this thing fast. Even though I don't have much damage to do. See how this bar is almost red? If that gets fully red, I think that... Oh, that's a donut. I want to be out. I'm lining that. I don't think we're going to get this, unfortunately. Nope, it's done. Okay, so we're out. So red got that. There's a lot of them up there. That's fine. That was the wrong person I just healed. Mouse over heal Revna. There you go.
That's fine. Actually, Putate, or DJ Putate, just gave me covers. On good.
I definitely should have run there. That's a lot of people south, but we do have a lot of pressure north, so that's good at least. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, we just randomly landed Potate in our group just now.
Yeah!
That's awesome. Okay, so we're about to get both towers. No, they got both towers down. Can I do it? Can I get... No, we have 36! Alright,
Sure.
Revna, you're on...
Yep, going in. I know the mission. Get the CE. Collect the PvE objectives.
Yes! I'm gonna stand here and spam the button, because as soon as that hits 10, I don't think we have a second oppressor up yet. But we can. Or, Brute Justice. There it, wait, what? There it is. Yes! All right, this is a Brute Justice. That's the fists. That's the fists. So you can drop fists on mechs. It does a lot of damage. Does a little circle. And then that frontal beam. Okay, so I'm gonna. Okay, this might not last very long. So the fists will stun someone and do a bunch of damage if it's a player, and then forces purify. There's that. It does a ton of damage. That white mage, you just saw them take a big hit there, even through guard. It also does a lot of damage to mechs. So like this thing back here, I absolutely want to blow up. It has a frontal cone, which I'll show now. It's a really wide cone, wider than the cruise chaser was, and that does damage and puts on burns. That tick. And yeah, we're probably not going to win this one, but at least I get to use the Brute Justice, so, you know, it's okay. A good trick with the Brute Justice is you get to, there's an option where you can double click to, or like you can double click the ability, so I'm pressing 1 twice to drop this very accurately where my mouse cursor is. Okay, so I'm going to do frontal beam here. I think that you're going to just either die or something. I didn't see exactly what happened there. Oh, the stun! I got him on the stairs. Let's go. Okay, so remember I said best place to be is right underneath?
Yes.
There's that. See this samurai is just like easily dodging all my stuff? And then the one stun, and I was able to hit, fist him. Yep, that's the term. You go fist him.
Using those fists.
Okay, I didn't think I could reach over there. I wasn't sure.
You can't reach with your fists?
So I'm just gonna... Yep, that's it. And we're done. That one felt a little helpless, but at least I got to do...
So what changed there in
in
that fight versus our normal ones?
It looked, I mean, especially just looking at the end, I don't think we had nearly the same amount of mech pressure that we had in previous games. Like previous games, we had a lot of people meching up and stuff like that, and we didn't have it this time. So, you know, when I was last game, when I was like, I want a mech, or, you know, I wanted to do the Brute Justice, I really wasn't upset at all. In fact, I was very happy because that means that somebody else is taking care of the mechs. They know what they're doing it. That's great. So if you're new to this, let's talk about that for a second. If you're new to this, one of the really big things is getting really good with the mechs. Don't be afraid to jump into them. Figure out what each of the buttons do. I've kind of told you what they are, so you understand maybe what a cruise chaser can do, what a oppressor can do, what a Brute Justice can do. But it's not really going to make sense until you get into one and do it yourself. You can only have one mech per alliance at a time, so only one of your 4 people can be in a mech. Don't be afraid to make that you if your teammates aren't doing it. Just hop in, try it out. Even if you're bad on mech, it's better than nobody doing it at all. And they're insanely powerful. I didn't really get a chance to show it off with the Brute Justice, except the fists up the stairs on that samurai who was at like 80% health and just melted. That was cool.
Yeah. That's huge.
Yeah.
Is there anything else to talk about with the Brute Justice since you got to drive that you didn't get a showcase? Because we are actually pulling up on near the end of our stream already, even though we got a delayed start.
Yep. So with the Brute Justice, you have the fists, it's a very short cooldown. It will stun and do a ton of damage to a player. It does a lot of damage to a mech, and it does a lot of damage to a structure. I was just getting up to the tower with a chance to show that off when we lost. The fists do a ton of damage to a structure. So if a Brute Justice is running down your core, you have to get it down. They can do like 5 or 6% per shot every 3 seconds, something like that. It's a ridiculous amount of damage that they can put out. So definitely keep an eye on those. The frontal cone, the flamethrower, does a lot of damage and then also puts on a really fat burn as well. And then the laser beam basically one-shots everything that isn't a tank if they get hit by it. So not only driving a Brute Justice, but if somebody else has a Brute Justice and you see a really narrow, long beam and it's aimed right at you, get out of it or you're going to die, right? So it's not important. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, additionally to that, how does the flamethrower work?
The flamethrower, it's just you kind of aim it and it's a cone in front of you. Let's see, what's a
Does that
what's a
continue
good?
to tick and pulse on you?
Yeah, with the burns. If it hits you, the burns will continue to do damage over time.
And I've noticed a couple people in chat, Astro and Gogo, both commenting on this. Yeah, absolutely. When it comes to mechs, I think everyone understands when it's a first time or an early time with it. But for the most part, if your group isn't playing it, go for it. Jump in and just play with it, because what's it matter? No one else is utilizing that. So that is a great chance to learn. And, you know, if anyone says anything about it, just say, hey, learning, can you give me tips? Because you're being criticized. But I've never really experienced that too much in the community. So jump in, take that mech, and go for it.
Yeah, and I myself, when I see people being rude to other people who are trying to learn, I'll come down hard on the person who's being kind of shitty, because like I want you to join my games and suck for a little bit, because you kind of gotta suck at something before you can be good at something. Like, I was bad at this video game for a while, and then I played it a bunch, and now I'm less bad. Right? It's because I played a bunch.
We had a pandemic to develop our skills. So
yeah, no kidding. Come on. You sure did.
Anyways, I guess since we got a delayed start, if you want to play one more game, I would be down.
I'm down for one more game.
Okay.
Let's do one more game.
And we'll close off with that. So if anyone wants to attempt to queue with us, we're going to probably queue up here, maybe 11 a.m. AORCN?
Let's do 10:30. What goes
10:30? Sounds great.
Yep.
Wasn't sure what the delay was on our stream, so...
One thing that helps when you zone in, say hi to your group, and then asks who want to pilot. Having a plan for who's going to be the pilot tells the other three to contribute towards keeping ceruleum stocked up. There have been a couple times where I've been trying to mech up and I can't. And then
absolutely, because the idea behind keeping that mech fueled up, of course, is the 50 to spawn, but also there's the chance that mech goes pretty uninterrupted and they need to refuel. So a good rule of thumb is to try to always keep that at 50 or above on your CE capacity.
Yeah.
And we're going to queue.
And if you look out here, like just look at the screen, look at how many people are here, right? This is not because of the stream. The stream didn't bring in this population of people. Most of these people are going to be queuing for Rival Wings. Primal is absolutely the place for that right now. And this is just Behemoth. There are, 6, 7 other servers that have a lot of people as well. There's absolutely more than one game going on right now. There's at least 2, 3. So even after the stream, come hang out. Like, come queue up. Don't, queue up just because we're here. Queue up because it's fun. It is fun.
Yeah, and you get this is, whenever it's Tombstone time, it's the chance to farm some of those titles, the mount. Those are the big things. The super rare Wings of Fire, I believe it is, for like 1,000 wins. But there's also, is the mount 100 wins, I think?
I think the mount is 100 wins, and then Wings of Fire is 1,000. I'm pretty sure.
Oof. I mean, I say oof. I mean, look how many front lines we've done, but still.
Yeah. How many front lines have we done? Let's look. I am on main, so front line 2749 with a 47.2 win rate. That seems pretty good.
Let's see. Revno was created after Endwalker making this character, so I had a PvP alt, so I didn't have the same people messaging me on my PvE main. And I've done a little over 1,500. So yeah. Massive respect to the people who have 1,000 wins on Rival Wings. Oof.
Okay, I do have 1,000 frontlines wins. That's good. I actually wasn't sure. I've been playing this a lot. I play way too much of this game. In case you couldn't tell by me agreeing to help run a giant Discord. Because I play this game entirely too much. Oh, we have a Wings of Fire in here. Awesome. That is wild. That is so many games. And the thing about Rival Wings that makes it impressive is Rival Wings really only pops when we make events for it.
Yes.
That's another reason to join Revival is really the only reason that Rival Wings pops is because Revival does events for it. And we tell people where to go, when to queue up to make it happen, because there's no roulette for it. Like, there's a roulette for Frontline. They don't have one for Rival Wings, so we have to make that pop ourselves. So to get 1,000 wins on Rival Wings means you have 1,000 wins when it pops. That takes a lot longer to do. So that's
correct me
really
if I'm
impressive.
wrong, but that was kind of the origin of Revival, was it not? Was a lot
As
of
far as-
focus on making Rival Wings pop.
As far as I know, it used to be called Revival Wings, and then changed to Revival at some point. So yeah, it literally started as a way to make Rival Wings pop.
Well, fitting that we should start our segment in Rival Wings then.
Yeah. Fitting indeed.
Right. Do we want to go with your
Hey.
stream or my stream for this next game?
Well, it's your turn. Up to you.
All right. Well, I'll switch over and I'll just do something more cozy with.
Okay.
Probably just run Gunbreaker in this.
All right, we got you switched over.
All
You've
right.
also got people asking if they want to join your group.
Oh.
If we were going longer, well, I just don't want to drop Q and miss a Q.
Yeah, that's very
If
true.
we were going longer, then maybe. But
Yeah, because this can be our final game. So,
Yeah.
absolutely.
right
We
as-
love to preform. And I think long term, that's something we definitely want to get into, is doing soft syncs. Because we really do a lot of soft syncs. Like, what was that last Saturday or Friday night? We had 3 light parties going at it in an ensemble. It was a great time. We kind of avoid full syncs when it comes to Frontlines because they get a little sweaty, which is Dark Knight and Dragoon
lots of Dark
combos.
Knights, lots of Dragoons.
Yeah,
Yep.
it gets a little monotonous. But yeah, we would love to do nights where it's a little just like soft syncs and lots of light parties queuing. So
Well, actually, one of the original admins before it got renamed. I'm sure you know the history better than I do. So absolutely feel free to share that in chat because
Yeah, please.
I'm kind of guessing. All right, I'm going Dark Knight.
all right.
That's really cool. This is the third time that we've gotten to Lou. I think we've played 6 games and she's
Yeah.
been in our party. Why can't this happen in casuals? I
never.
never have y'all on my team in
It's
casuals,
the
and now I can't get
hidden
rid of you.
MMR. You know it exists.
It's brutal.
All right. So will you be staying Dark Knight this time then?
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. Gob tank, so we're going middle for this. And then when we're done, we want to go south because of the mercenary. And we're going to jam because this music is amazing.
Used in your channel, even. I
If
think
you've
that was
ever
my
seen-
exposure before
Yeah.
I even ever stepped foot into a Rival Wings.
Oh, I got sheeped immediately. That's okay, everything's dead. I already have LB. Hitting LB again. I guarded before my guard dropped. I had LB. Oh, Dark Knight is so dumb.
It is so much damage.
It's not even damage. I just pulled everything together and guarded, and everything died because other people pushed buttons. And I got my LB.
It gives so much space.
Oh, that's ridiculous. Mouse over plunge, kids. Mouse over plunge. I don't care. I don't care who the plunge hits. I just know where I want it to go. Hello. All right, so I'm just. Well, let's see. Rev, where you at?
I'm down bottom.
Okay.
Just farming that soaring. All right, so train finally rolling into the station.
I should have switched to Farmer Glam. Alright, so I'm going to wait for the train.
Don't
So
get hit
there's-
by the train.
Yep, there's absolutely a play where you can, like, pull people onto the tracks and get them killed. So I'm going south. We already have 4 people.
So you
in
can
the
play
middle, so
monk
I'm-
and push them out in front of a train.
No, I'm going to play Dark Knight and suck them all into the train.
Oh. Tie them down on the tracks.
Exactly.
So I see these 4 lights up here in the corner. Is that like the max out on the cap for the top? At the top bar.
The 4 people things?
Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't benefit you to have more than 4 people if the other team doesn't have any. Gonna go into a big... Oh, not gonna jump into that. Now I'm gonna go in. I'm guarding. I think I guarded that in time. I did. Good. Alright, so now I have LB. Is that white mage LB? Yep, okay. Alright, so this is a tank. This is the gob tank that we picked up. I don't have plunge, that's why it didn't work. I also don't have pull.
So
All
this
I'm
right
trying
here
to-
would be the gob tank, the raven tank. And it's sieging the tower for us.
Yep. It also does a lot of damage to these mammoths too. So it kills the mammoths very quickly.
Is it a good idea to push into the blue area?
Into the blue. Not particularly. You want to stay on the outside of it because if you push into it, you're fighting into where they get a damage reduction. But if you can pull them out like I did, and then you can hit them, they take a ton of damage, and then it's worth. So I'm going to stand right
Getting
here.
even more value out of that.
Right. So that was a lot of pressure. Even though I didn't land any kills, they had to back up there. I'm going to get mana back. And kill this Reaper who's on the tank. And look at it, dude, look at this tank. It's still at 88% health. This is insane.
Doing our work for us.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to try and come over here by Revna and pull some people, 1, to feel for her, and then 2, to get them out of the thing so I can do more damage to them. See that? Now I'm running away. And anytime they pop out, I'm going to try and hit them. And I'm just covering for my tank right now. Oh, wait, did it just... It didn't die, it just disappeared? I guess it times out? I don't think I've ever seen that before. Alright, I got pull in 1. Going into this because they think they have the pressure. They don't have the pressure. You absolutely don't have the pressure. Oh, they're all gonna die! I just LB and it's already
Yep.
back.
Was it
All the bodies.
unreal? I was right there with you. I did eat the Sam LB, but who cares?
Oh, did you die or?
Yeah, I died.
Oh.
It's fine. It's just a Sam LB.
Alright, here's the mercenary. Oh,
It
mercenary
is
next
part
to
of
me.
the experience as a gunbreaker,
Yeah, it
just
absolutely
eating
is.
it. But if that's all they're playing for, then yeah, I mean, we netted easily 10 kills there, I think.
We did good, that's for sure. See, we have like both lanes pushed into. This is a really good match for us so far. That bottom tower, this bottom tower is basically about to go down. I can get a good pull. I just want to make sure we have some follow-up, and I want to make sure it's a good pull.
Go for it.
Alright, I'm going to go kind of on this Ninja Reaper Paladin combo. I just got feared. That's unfortunate. An LB because I can.
Oh my goodness, everything's dying so quick.
Yeah. It's kind of disgusting. Oh, okay. So they got... Okay, that beam right there. That was the... That was the beam that you
46K.
Oh, did you get hit?
Yeah, I did. That is the number. 46K.
I got Marksman's Fighter for 0. Alright, I'm gonna back out for a little bit. Got an oppressor coming.
I'm looking at our party. We are down to 47, so
Going in.
following
Going
that
in.
rule of thumb, trying to get us back up to 50.
I actually got knocked away, and that kept me alive there. That was cool.
So looking
Love
at
that.
their base, it looks like they have a lot of cruise chasers on our base, but does that really have any pressure that we need to worry about?
We have 2 cruise chasers at our... What? No, we're reds. We have 2 cruise chasers at our base.
Oh, we have them at spawn, I see.
Yeah.
They're on their way.
Oh, I'm sad the... Okay, let's see. I got dive.
Do it.
Going in. I'm trying. Oh, I think I pulled mammoths. Whoops. Alright, so there's cannon fire on me too. We haven't talked about cannons at all. Cannons do a ton of damage. They have a bunch of range. They're at the front of the...
I think they also do a small stun.
I don't think they stun. Actually, I can get mana back though. I've got 2 frost stacks on me. Okay, now I've none. They used it. They popped. Deadpool, going in.
Going in.
Whee!
Oh my god, LB already up again?
Yeah, my LB activated my LB.
So silly.
That's us, right? Yeah. That was disgusting. Oh my god. Whee! Top kills, let's go!
You got it. Nice.
And then our black mage played off of us really well too.
Yes, they
'cause
did.
The black mage was second in kills with 12, and then you and tied for third with 11. Like our group was just not okay. that was rude.
That was...
And then Toulouse has 7, still like tied for 10th. Jeez, ridiculous.
Well, that was a blast.
That was a blast.
I hope everyone who's watching takes the chance to experience Rival Wings. It's an often overlooked mode, mostly because the rewards are limited. There's not a roulette. But during these Mogstone events, it's so easy to farm that. The games are 10 minutes probably on average, tops.
I think they're 15 tops. If I actually didn't look, is it 15 or 20? I don't know. It's not.
Oh
very
no,
long
it's
at all.
definitely not 20. That's secure.
Yeah. Oh god, it's like 20 guaranteed.
Oh my goodness, that front line, it takes forever. But normally I would say Rival Wings takes about 10 minutes. It's a lot of fun. Go in, you get a diverse experience each time, and I would say the job selection's kind of similar to what it might be in Frontlines for is what you want to pick, but it is a little different. You do see a lot more things like machinists in there because of the constant resets on LBs.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah. Do you have anything else to add? We got a
let's
start
just...
tonight, but let's...
Yep, let's do some shout-outs. So, first of all, this is, in case you couldn't tell by the name of the channel, this is put on by PvP Revival. It's the PvP Discord for 14 basically, one of them, and we put on a ton of events. We have a ton of resources if you're new. We have a ton of resources if you're experienced. Like there's we have a couple of rank 1s that hang out in there and talk all the time. Like every level that you could possibly be at, we have people for you to hang out with, talk with, ask questions to, and such. We do events, we do streams, we do casual events, we do sweaty events. Join the Discord, follow the stream, and take part of them. They're all fun. They're all good fun. And then individually, let's start with John. John hasn't gotten to say much, so we're gonna let John shout himself out first.
Yeah, absolutely. And the other event that you run, but
yeah, what's going on in 3 days, buddy?
Sorry about that. I'm waiting for some of the voices to quiet down in my ears. So on Thursday, we have the Crystalline Conflict Roulette. It's going to be casted by Masaru and Census. And look forward to the special meme match that they've chosen. They have decided to make the teams pit their mains against each other. So we're going to have 5 samurais versus 5 ninjas in the ultimate weeb showdown of all time.
That'll be interesting to see.
Yep. And then, Revna, where can the people find you?
Hi, I'm Revna Hellstrom. I do a bunch of things around the community, but mostly just active with Revival right now. I've been doing ultimates and just kind of taking some time to myself before the next raid tier drops. You can follow me at Twitter. I think it's just at Revna Hellstrom. But yeah, and finally, Calm.
So, the best place to find me, one, is in Revival. Two is going to be my YouTube channel. I have a ton of guides on there, beginner guides, medium level guides, expert guides. I've had a lot of people just in the last couple of days ask questions about tab targeting and how much tab targeting sucks. I have a video on there that shows the exact settings that I use that I've gotten comfy with. The video is like a year old, and I still haven't found anything better than that. So just a bunch of guides to try and make PvP easier and more accessible for you, make the difficult things easier to manage, and make the the fun things even more fun. So that is youtube.com/comlimity, and then that should have links to everything else. I have a Twitch, I have a Twitter, and follow all of those. And with that, I think we are done. Make sure you show up on Thursday. That's going to be at the Diablos Wolves Den. And we're gonna game. We're gonna do some casuals. You'll have a chance to win a Mog Station. What is it? $10 worth of Mog Station stuff, John, I believe.
Yeah, that's correct. A Mog Station item of your choice up to $10. And if it's an item that can't be gifted due to the new restrictions, we'll do Cash App, Venmo, whatever it is to figure it out to get you the prize that you want.
There you go.
Awesome.
So, thank you for hanging out with us tonight. Hopefully we see you next Monday. If my math is correct, I want to say that Shatter, which used to be a meme but is now objectively the best.
I would say Shattered is the best one to start off on for us teaching. It really is very easy to do simple macro commands and help your team understand the shifts they need to make. Because whereas you have Seal Rock, which is something where calls might not make sense, you might have to ignore the large value point nodes just to put pressure on the team in first to make sure they don't get something else. Shattered is just, hey, use the be in these positions and focus these ice down. So looking forward to using that as our first test stream for Frontlines.
Me too. And it's the one that I feel like forces team fights the best.
Oh,
I think that's why I enjoy
so many
it
wonderful
so
team fights in the passes, on the ice. It's genuinely a lot of fun.
Oh yeah. All right. And special thanks. We've had a couple people in chat who've been throwing in really helpful tidbits of information as well. Things that I've kind of half said because I'm trying not to die, and then they've followed up. Thank you all for being active as well. This is a whole community effort. So, y'all throwing in info in the chat is absolutely super helpful. Okay, couple last shout outs real quick. John, thank you for doing video work. Revna, thank you for joining me and committing time every Monday. I want to shout out Marta Phantasma, who gave me a whole bunch of Rival Wings info a couple weeks ago, might have been even been a couple months ago, that all went into this stream and me learning Rival Wings well enough to be here on stream and teach it. Midas and Zeltra for putting Rival Wings events together for a long period of time. There have been a bunch of people doing advertising, a bunch of people handling Twitter, handling graphics, handling advertising. There's a real community effort into making this work. And if I missed you, I promise I love you. There's so many people, that make this happen. Thank you to all of you.
And lastly, all of you, thank you so much for showing up, being here, just supporting the PvP community. It's our goal just to continue to see this grow week after week. So even though we're here putting out content, it wouldn't be possible without people showing up and showing us that there is value in this content. So thank you for being here and being a part of this.
Viewers like you. That's actually true.
It really does. All right. Well, if that's all, once again, if you have any feedback, please post it in the Revival so we can hear it. My name was Revna Hellstrom. It was wonderful to be here with you tonight.
Yep, my name still is Calm.
And we will see you on the battlefield next week.
See ya. Cue up Rival Wings.
All right.
All right, stream's down. I don't know if you guys can hear me.
Yeah,
Nice.
I can
I
hear
can
you
now, yep.
now.
Okay. Yeah, I was keeping myself muted because I didn't want my drinking my energy drink or coughing or anything going through. Good show.
Yeah.
Thank you, and thank you
Good
for
job, you
helping
guys.
us figure out the
Yeah,
the stuff at the start. That's
that was
always
really
that's
scuffed.
tricky. That's okay. I think it sounds like it turned out fine.
Yeah, from the viewer's perspective, it was good.
I think what we can do to help you, because if you're getting like triple or quad, what you can do is mute, as long as you can remember to unmute it. But like you can go to, like if we're showing my scene, then you can mute Revna's, and then you can unmute Revna's, mute mine, and then swap or something. So there's no overlap from the viewer perspective, but you're only getting double audio. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that's
Maybe.
what I was
Well-
doing for part of it. When I would be on your POV, I would mute hers. When I would be on hers, I
Oh,
would
perfect.
mute yours.
Yeah.
So that kind of eased some of it. But yeah, holy shit, that was a sensory experience. Let me tell you.
I bet. I was gonna say, I think one of the things that we can really do on our side to get better for next week, and I was thinking this even midstream, is really we can commentate if we're the one on stream comm. I think what our goal is gonna be is if we're on stream, like the camera's on us, we can talk about what we're doing, like specifically on the job. But if we're the one off stream, what we can do is talk about the map and the motions, and alternate that.
Sure.
Because I think that would help us divvy up what our focuses are. So if we're teaching the map, obviously you're focused on that and can't really narrate what you're doing as well because it gets confusing. So maybe the person who isn't on stream makes the calls and talks about that, while the person who's actually doing things, like for instance when you're jumping in to set up, when we're focused on you focus on that. So you're whoever's the camera is the gameplay commentator, and then the one who's off stream is commentating on what's on the map and what's happening and what we need to do.
Okay. Yeah, I like that.
I was thinking that during I wanted to say it was like a first or second stream, and it kind of clicked to me because it would seem like it was difficult to commentate on what you were doing in the job, and then also trying to teach the map. So I think we'll approach it that way.
Sure. Oh. That's a lot of talking.
That is. And sorry, this week it was a challenge for me to really break down what's happening on the map because I'm just not super familiar with the mode.
Yeah, that's okay. I was just thinking that too. Like next week, you're going to be like as familiar as anybody else on the planet with the mode. So I feel like next week is going to be very different. Like it's not going to be as me dominated. It's going to be almost, if I make it you dominated, I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, absolutely. Just kind of let me guide the front lines and what's going on as far as the action and the flow.
I'm sorry, I was checking a message. Did somebody ask me something?
No, not at all. We're just chatting.
I just noticed it got quiet. I was like, oh fuck, are they waiting for me to say something?
No, not at all. We're just briefing and taking a moment, and we're just chatting about what we can already change up.
Yeah, so I'm honestly surprised that my computer handled it as well as it did, because it was taking